Is there not an argument that Mitch McConnell is presenting a Republican pitch that looks fiscally responsible? And perhaps for a lot of Americans who are asking themselves, how are we going to pay for this and which generation is going to be picking up the tab? Doesn't it sound right that at least one politician in the United States is talking about $200 and not $600 or $800?
Yeah, I think that for some Americans that will sound right, but sometime this week, in the next couple of days, the United States is going to hit the official death toll from the virus is going to tick over 150,000, and I think just a lot of Americans are focused on that. The polls right now are showing that 80% of Americans think the country is on the wrong track. Some of that has to do with the economy, but, with businesses and so forth. But I mean, most of it has to do with all the Americans that are out of work. 20 million, over 20 million Americans depend on this aid. I don't think they're that focused on whether it's 200 or 600 per week.
Peter, we've been here before, just a few days, 100 days, just less now, before the US presidential election. We were here in 2016 and Hillary was streets ahead at this stage as well. It appears, according to the latest data, including the Wall Street Journal, NBC poll, that Mr. Biden is in a similar position. How does he lose the election?
I think right now the way he's campaigning is very effective. He's not saying very much. He's not very active. So there can be plenty of flaws that way. And the candidate is not a perfect candidate. There could be issues if he makes the wrong choice with the VP. But I think that, with a choice that is too controversial or somebody that hasn't been properly vetted, I think that's unlikely, but it's possible. That kind of thing has happened before. I think the more likely thing is that, we see changes. I think what he has to worry about is that there is that the pandemic subsides, or that there's a vaccine, or that it becomes pretty clear to Americans there's a vaccine just around the corner. So I think the thing is and I think the other thing to just say here is that the Republicans will play a very tough game in terms of suppressing the vote. And I think that this is a vulnerability that the Democrats have to pay a lot of attention to as we get down into October. The ground game is going to matter a lot. The Republicans have a good game. I think this will close. It will get tighter. And then there are shy Trump voters, people who are not admitting right now that they're going to vote for Donald Trump, but will.
So I'm very interested. Ordinarily, I would suggest, and again, you're the expert, that US elections come down to how people feel about their own economic situation. And we've got plenty of examples of this over the years. Is this election different because of COVID-19?
Yeah, I think there's just so much going on right now. So I think the economy matters a lot. And were it, to bounce back between now and then, I think that's a big boost obviously for the president. But I think the two things are so intertwined and intermixed. And I think Americans are very focused on the number of people who are dying. It is a very clear measure of competency at the top. And, I believe at the end of the day, competency matters.